Hello there, my name is Sibu, and I'll give you a brief introduction about myself. But first, let's start with the reason as to why I decided to open a YouTube channel. Well, I am an avid consumer of content, watch a lot of reality TV shows, I watch a lot of movies, I watch a lot of YouTube. And I thought to myself, if that is what I'm consuming on a day-to-day basis, why not, participate in what I enjoy? Why not participate in the type of content that I enjoy? Because I've watched a lot of YouTube and a lot of TV shows, I get to a point where I'm tired of certain things, so I get to not watch them. For example, I watch less of vlogs now. I just think I don't really am interested in looking at another person living their life. And another reason why I started a YouTube channel, a passion of mine, has to do with mentorship. And for the longest time in my career, I've provided mentorship to people that are maybe if I was a second year, someone who's in the first year. If I'm third year, someone who's in their second year. So I've always sort of tried to provide some sort of mentorship to share a bit about my journey and how I overcame certain things. Not really dealing into the technical aspects of it, but talking about the life aspects of it, and also with the technical, dealing with the easy wins around it. So I've always been a mentor at heart, and I think last year was probably the first year where I didn't mentor anyone. And I didn't want to mentor anyone because I was entering into a new space where I didn't know anyone. I was moving into a different city, different country, doing something, even though it's very similar to what I was used to doing before, but I didn't know much about what I was doing. And I just decided that I need to put my head down and learn. But I think the purpose of mentorship is not only showing people your successes, but walking them through your failures as well, and taking them on a journey as to how you overcame those failures. I've always been an avid believer that sharing your journey while it's happening is so much better than sharing it only when you are successful, because during that process of failure, during that process of struggles and difficulties, it builds you up as a person, it builds your character, and not a lot of people get to see that. Not a lot of people get to see the prayers that you make, the pleads that you make with God to take you out of a situation. Not a lot of people get to see those things, and it's all nice and well when we post in our LinkedIn's, new jobs. No one really knows how it was before you made the decision to look for the new job. And I think it's just one of those things where, for me, I still feel like it's some sort of mentorship. I always try to make sure that if I reach someone and if I had a struggle, I'd like the next person not to experience that struggle. Make their journey, a bit better than mine was. So in the current year at work, I'm sure I'm moving a lot because I have to carry this thing. Anyways, guys, doing content is not easy. Anyways, So I had to, in the current year, I volunteered to sort of be not necessarily a mentor, but someone, who gets to share their experiences, guide another person coming from South Africa into the UK. And I volunteered to do that because I believe that, had I known certain things, I would have made, much better decisions. And I know that sometimes you learn for yourself. There's nothing that anyone can tell you that can ever prepare you, because people's experiences are different. I might think something is significant, but someone else can look at me and be like, why are you telling me that? Like, I knew that, or I don't care much about that. But at the same time, I can tell someone something and then they become very appreciative of it because they wouldn't have thought of it, So it's just those little things where I see myself more talking about and indulging on. And there's a lot of YouTube channels, so I think what I bring in terms of my uniqueness will be just watching my journey grow, and just watching me make mistakes and learning from them, growing through them. Also just talking to different people about their own experiences. I think I'm blessed to meet people that are as deep as I'd like to think I am about life, about our experiences we would share. But I sometimes think I'm like, well, I wish someone could share this, even with other people. It just doesn't have to be myself, We could be having these conversations and it will open up a new door even for other people that never knew that these are the experiences that people go through. I'll make an example. Coming into a new country as a single person is hard, and not to say that relationships are the center of it all, but firstly, you're single, and secondly, you're in a country where people are not that friendly. They're not gonna help you. You're in a country where people, look out for their own people. It's not like SA. In SA, trust me, you don't need a helper. Like, in any way, you become in a relationship because you choose to be. But you can always find help. You can always find that if you, I don't know, even if you get lost, there's someone to help you. Even if you need help with carrying heavy stuff, there's someone to help you. Yeah, you will do that on your own. No one cares. So it is very difficult coming as a single person who doesn't even have friends. That is the second other difficulty. If you have friends, it's much better. Your friend can, you all can struggle together. But if you don't even have friends, it's hard. And it's those little things that no one tells you about. And not to say that, if you're a single person, you can't move abroad. Definitely you can. It's just to prepare yourself for mentally. Prepare yourself mentally on the fact that maybe for the first 1 or 2 months, you're gonna feel like I'm not where I belong because this is not what I'm used to. And once you get into the dating pool, crazy. That's all I can say. And we would share those experiences, with my flatmate, with my colleagues at work that are South African, and you get to realize that our experiences are kind of likely the same, and it would be very interesting to hear other people's views and talk about our experiences, how we found dating abroad. Yeah, I think that's about it from my side today in this introduction video. I'll do another video where I talk about what I do, or maybe not. Let's not talk about what I do yet. Let's just talk about I don't know. You tell me what to talk about in the next video. Let's do this together. Or I'll just do my diary entries every day, talk about life, talk about my days. I know there's not going to be a lot of people that watch this now, so I'll keep uploading until someone discovers my YouTube channel and tell me, okay, this is what I want you to cover. I will cover certain things such as my career, as I may have mentioned a little bit. I'll cover other things like my family, where I come from. I am currently based in the UK, but I am South African. Yeah, and I came in alone, and I emphasize that because most of the South Africans that stay here for a bit longer, they usually come with their significant others. So it's a huge part to come by yourself and stay, you know. But yeah, there are a couple of South Africans that did come alone. Yeah, and my experiences, things to do. I stay in Birmingham. Birmingham is like 3 hours from London. Yeah, I think it's a okay city. Maybe if I had a choice to choose again, I'd choose Manchester, simply because I didn't know much when I was coming this side, and Birmingham was one of the places when I looked into Google, it was intriguing. They sold me this idea, but I feel like I probably would have moved to Manchester. But I'm happy I came into Birmingham, because Birmingham has such a great community in terms of South Africans. And a lot of people might think, why do you want to be surrounded by South Africans when you've left South Africa? Trust me, in a place like this, you need people that understand you, that sometimes you even miss speaking your language. Like, for example, I don't know a lot of Xhosa people, to be quite honest. I probably know one person that speaks Xhosa, or two now, but I don't speak to them every day. Sometimes I miss just speaking my home language. Like, literally, I'm just like, I'm so sick of English. But when you have, these gatherings, it's nice. You get to speak your language, you get to connect with other people. Even if you guys don't really understand it, but if you're speaking with Zulu people understand Xhosa, and I understand Zulu, so we can communicate. It's not like you guys don't hear each other. So it's just those little things. I'm not into vlogs, so I don't think that I'll do the vlogging, but I can talk about things such as getting a Schengen visa, because that's something that I'm working on. I'll document that, because oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. I'm praying that it goes well. I think it's one of those things. I don't know why or who placed the fear of getting a Schengen visa in my head, because to be quite honest, I never thought much about it until it became such a huge thing. You know, it's so hard. You need to get a Schengen visa, you need to get an appointment. When I realized that getting an appointment is not that easy, and I realized that this thing, you need to do it during the week, that which was so annoying, I just realized that there's so much that goes into it, and it just created a bit of, you know, uncertainty. And last year I just chose to go to places that didn't want a Schengen visa, and I feel like if I apply